Hi, fellas. If you got one of these and it ain't working, it's making that noise and it's creaking and click, 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 click. That's because there's a heating element on the bottom here. You don't have to see it, but there's a metal heating element. And that warms the ice just enough so it can use the mechanics to pop the ice into the tray. Now mine's busted. And I'm poor, and I can't get the element. They want you to buy this whole friggin' unit. I ain't got no time for that. Alright, so what I did is, this is a fast, fricky, quick. This is just the rigging, but it works just like all my how-tos. Get a piece of cardboard. See the cardboard? Now you see the vent back there? You gotta cover it. You gotta be covered. No, it ain't gonna cover it. I don't know why. Hold on. I push it back. You see it's covered now all the way to back. You can't have it down. You've got to do this. Listen to me good. Now the first time you try to do the clicking, it's going to be too hard. Keep the door open for a while. I know. So it pops. Once it starts popping, alright, and the water comes in and it freezes this way, it'll be still not as hard and it'll pop. It's still good ice, everything's good. But when that vent's there, it gets so hard before it gets to the part where it cracks it off and brings it back into this, you ain't getting it out. I've used a hair dryer underneath here to get it. You can see it coming. It comes up over the top there. Alright. Comes up over the top there. Alright. But you see, I got a full thing, man. I didn't buy a new one. I'm good at rigging things. You don't want to know, man. I rig everything. But this works, man. Stops that vent from turning this ice too fast. Because ice gets harder, you know what I mean? And then you're going to have the creak. If it is creaking, you can do this. But first, I would say either leave the door open. I use a hair dryer. And I go underneath here. Hold on. Hold on. Maybe you can see it. See that? This is like an oven, but I don't know what the temperature is going on now. The vent's turning on. Hear it? So if I don't have it up, it's going to make that ice too cold. So I got to do it. There it is. So you blow your hair dryer in that, and you'll see it start to come off. Okay, then you put your thing back in, your tray, and then you're ready to go. Hold on. And as you can see, I got a full thing of ice. You hear me? And it's busted. See, it's busted. There's so much I'm going to turn it off. You know how to do that, right? But you don't understand now. I got to get this up high. You know what I'm saying? Because that'll make it too cold. That's what I do. So there you go. It's not melting it, so you either buy a whole new unit if you got that kind of money. I live on 10 grand a year, so you know what I mean. But this works. I've been using it for at least 2 months now. Okay, so there you go. Piece of cardboard. Make sure it's all the way up. Do not let any of that vent get up there. There's vents here. You know, there's vents up in here. You know, and it's blowing right on the ice. Don't let that happen, or it don't matter what you're doing. The ice is going to get too hard and ain't going to spin. Just put that up there. Once it starts doing its thing, you'll be fine. And when it gets full, you can turn it off. When you want on, you go on. It keeps going. Alright? And if it ever gets a click, 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 just leave the door open a little bit. But have this up all the way. And once it pops the ice, shut the door and you're fine. Okay? There you go. Grandpa Charlie's refrigerator ice maker rig fix. I don't know what else you call it. What do you call it when you rig something? But that's what I do. I rig it. Because that's crazy. But it works, man. Did it all summer. Works great. Maybe one of these days I'll buy one of these. If I could just buy that heating element, it's obvious. I saw you unscrew and pop it in. But other than that, if you hear that thing going click, 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 because it's mechanical in here. That's what's happened. The ice is too hard. It ain't going to bust. Leave the door open. It'll bust. And then put your cardboard in. I don't know what to say. I could talk over all that. But it works, fellas. Grandpa Charlie's broken ice maker Fast fix, so you got ice, okay? You saw the ice, right? Okay. Lift hard and heavy, fellas.